ID for asking my boyfriend to quit his sport? Update, are people not seeing where I asked him to stop playing? He can coach, mentor, watch, etc. That is okay. It's the overwhelming amount of injuries, money spent, and then screaming at me that I'm the reason he's broke that made me ask him to stop playing. I, 23, have been with my boyfriend, 28, and for about 2 years. He has played rugby for the entirety of our relationship and started about a year before we met. Rugby is the third person in our relationship, so I asked him to stop playing. Was I wrong? Every Saturday is rugby day, where he wakes up, watches a game, plays a game with his team, and then watches another game after, usually followed up by highlight reels on YouTube until he goes to bed. He has a 2-hour practice every Tuesday and Thursday. He coaches a high school team. He assistant coaches a college team. After every game, practice, scrimmage, etc., he comes home with some sort of injury or is just in general debilitated by pain, covered in bruises and cuts. He has been to the hospital for a separated shoulder, a split open eyebrow, a split open lip that went all of the way through his muscle and fat, and the most recent was he got a bunch of turf beats in his eyelid and was almost blinded, not exaggerating by it. He will take off work for games and practices. He will cancel dates for games and practices. He will miss important events for games and practices. My family home caught on fire. We had a fundraiser. He tried to skip it for a game. The game got canceled, so that's why he showed up. We were out to my birthday dinner and he asked if we could rush it so that he could make his practice after. We can't go out and do anything on a rugby day. We can't have sex on a rugby day. He can't function on a rugby day. And his excuse is it's tough on rugby days. Well, his Saturday as a rugby day has turned into every day as a rugby day. He gets stressed out financially because where we live is extremely expensive. But he has money for new cleats, new studs for his cleats when they break off, tape for his joints for games, team memorabilia. Basically, he has money for rugby like an addict has money for his fix. I want to say I'm glad he has something he enjoys. I'm glad he coaches and that his students look up to him and that it makes him feel good about himself. We've both met some incredible people through the rugby community. But the phone calls at warning him that he's in the hospital due to an injury, getting yelled at because he's broke, having to cater to him whenever he plays because he's sore, consoling him when he's bawling his eyes out because he lost a starting position, and having to eat, sleep, and breathe rugby because he does. It was too much. He freaked when I asked him to leave, told me I don't appreciate the things he cares about, said I should be thankful he has rugby or else he would be dead, that he has nothing else. I feel horrible. AITA.